And welcome back to episode 6 of CreatorCast. I am your host today, Scott of YouTube. I am joined here by Jay, who's also in Melbourne. Jay, how you doing?
Good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, mate, not bad. Beautiful Melbourne weather going on now. It's great. Give it a couple of days.
Yeah, it's been really nice and sunny.
Yeah. All right. And up in Brisbane, we've got Danny Black, who's moved his camera around and it's looking good.
Yeah, good, mate. Yeah.
Good, mate. Yeah, I don't know why that just sounded so weird. And we've got back in Sydney, in the suburbs of Sydney, we got Mr. Gives a Minute himself. Benin, how you doing, mate?
Good, fellas. Feeling fine. A little tired, but that's normal.
Yes.
It seems to be growing a little bit, Ben.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. I'm just going to let it go for a while.
You should November.
Caveman style. Yeah. Actually, yeah, November's coming up, but I just do it anyway. I don't need a cause. It's called laziness.
Yeah, I grew a beard because I just hate shaving. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I've
always hated it.
Same here.
I've always hated it. Yeah.
When you have a beard, all you got to do is clean this bit up, and that's it. That's your shave from there down. And even if you don't do that, it still kind of works.
Fair enough. Just wanted to say as well, congrats, Benin, on 12K subs.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Cheers, everybody. All the 12,000 givers out there. Thank you so much.
I think he's at
We're going to
12,045.
come up with a name for our fans. You got the givers.
He said
You got the
Creator
Boston-
Nation. Something.
CreatorCast Nation.
Nation. Yeah, I kind of come up with it on the fly on my first tech review. It just came out.
Yeah.
I didn't. It's probably a Keemstar thing, but I didn't know I was doing it. And then I did it, and I was like, oh, now we're going to have to call everyone CreatorCast Nation. Sorry.
That's okay. Well, for anyone who hasn't checked out that video that Benin did, we are putting in each doing tech reviews one at a time. You can check the vlog out up wherever that goes. Benin, you did a review on the Video Mic Pro Plus, so go over and check that out. It's we're all going to try and do one, maybe everyone into a couple of weeks, and just try and do a bit more hands-on stuff.
I think it'd be really cool as if the people that are watching, if one of the CreatorCast Nation wants to do a review and have it posted on our CreatorCast, we'd be happy to give them a shout out and all that stuff. You know, they'd post it and they'd be like, I'm whatever, CreatorCast Nation, and why not let's challenge.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
Our
that is a good
CreatorCast Nation
idea.
fans to do that. Whatever.
Yeah.
And Danny just came up with that on the spot. We didn't talk about this. This is just completely new now. So nicely done.
We're almost at 40 subscribers too, so there you go.
So strong.
Yeah, so we're still small and we can help you and you can help us. So either way, today's subject is one that I think Jay might have come up with when we first started coming out with these, but it's a great one. It is vlogging in public, which is sometimes extremely awkward, depending on how you feel about it. I'll start with you, Jay. Tell us a little bit how you feel about vlogging in public.
I'm nowhere near the black belt of Benon, who does it without flinching at all. But I don't know. It's interesting. Like, I don't mind doing it when I'm on a skateboard because I can easily get away from people who might think I'm a bit of an idiot, or they're not quite sure what I'm doing. When you're holding up a iPhone and you're recording on that, it doesn't seem as bad. But when you've got a massive GorillaPod Pro and you've got a massive camera with a massive microphone, a lot of people think they'd have no idea what you're doing and what's going on. So I've learned to kind of overcome my fears and what people think around you, because chances are you're never going to see these people again, or they won't remember you, or they'll just think that it's a little bit strange. So I'm finding I'm a little bit more happy to do it, and I don't feel so bad or feel so strange doing it. I find, if I'm walking along a street or whatever and I can see someone coming in my peripheral vision, I'll try and pause for some reason, and then I'll let them pass, and then I'll keep going. But I think you just have to build up the resilience. You just have to get on with it. The biggest thing I've learned was through Ben on at the YouTube VidCon. He just gets it up, has a massive light on his camera, no hesitance whatsoever. And I was just like, oh my God, how do you do this? And hundreds of people are around just going, who is this dude?
Dude, me and Jay, we bonded over that fact because we both looked at each other and were like, how does he do that?
Wow.
What?
Oh,
It is.
thanks, fellas. Jeez.
Yeah, it is pretty inspiring to see him do it. To be honest, like you're like, yeah, no, I should probably be doing the same thing. But
Yeah.
it's
Down.
yeah, it
My
is
head's
weird.
just exploding here.
It is a weird thing, but yeah, Danny, you sort of film your videos as it's almost like a documentary. Really, I really like the way you go about your videos, where you do like a voiceover. Yeah, how did you sort of get into that voiceover style rather than sort of always talking to the camera?
Well, when I first did the vlogging thing, even I did like 100 episodes out of 110 days driving around Australia, and that was no voiceover. It was all just talking to the camera. And, I think that, I don't know why. Back then I didn't feel like as much of an idiot because maybe I felt like an American in Australia, so it was like, a tourist, whatever. But, later on I started realizing like I think I just got a bunch of footage and I was able to talk to the camera sometimes, and then there's some things I was like, man, I should have said this, and I was like, oh, why don't I just say it to the camera now but just put it under the pictures? And then that worked out great. And so now more so when I put all my videos together, I tell the same story, but I'm able to tell it better because I can kind of work out what makes sense to the audience instead of every 5 seconds being like, I think I'm gonna go over here, and then I go over there and I'm like, all right, I'm over here now, I think I'm gonna go over here. Like, which is not a bad thing. It's just, I just like to get to the punch of it all. So
yeah. I mean, it makes your videos flow really easily as well. So that's a good part of doing it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're the king of that, Danny. I'd love to be able to tell stories in
the king of the storytelling.
Sort of like in retrospect like that. Yeah. It works really well for you.
Ben's the king of. Hello, the internet.
I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
Danny, you're a guy who'll get up and sing and play guitar in front of people and not even flinch about it. So yeah,
I don't know. I mean, in public, it's just I don't know. It's I've tried so many times. Like a lot of times, it's more like if I'm around people, I don't care. But if I'm by myself, I think about what people think way too much, and it's a creature of habit. Like Ben and doing it every day. When you get the habit of it, you don't care. But if you do it, selectively, then you actually care. But
when I first started sort of doing it, I don't do a lot of it in public as it is, but when I have done it in public, for some reason I got into a weird headspace of thinking that the people around me didn't want to be filmed. So I don't know what that was.
I understand that.
I don't know what it is. I'm just thinking like,
and on that topic, I don't even know if you're allowed to take when you're in a public space, it's whoever's in there, like you can full on videotape people. I think that's the law in Australia, but depending on where you are and like if you go into a private store or residence or whatever, you've got to get permission. I think is that what it is?
I can speak to that. That's absolutely correct. Anywhere in public in Australia is free for all. You can film anything you want wherever you want, with the exception of beaches. Beaches are a slightly different kettle of fish just because of the nature of
nudity.
All that stuff goes, technically you're in public, but it's very, very skeptical whether you can actually be on a beach with a 70 to 200 mil lens shooting a video per se. But anywhere in private, any private residence, and that includes things such as trains, buses, train stations, bus stations, all those things are technically off limits to film unless you have previous permission. I've been hit by Sydney trains a bunch of times for filming on trains illegally. Sorry, not illegally. You're not breaking a law. You're breaking their rule. So just bear that in mind.
Yeah. Well, I think in Los Angeles, Danny, you might be. I don't know if it's just Los Angeles, Danny. You can probably answer this one, but I don't think you're actually allowed to film someone without their permission, like at all.
Yeah, California. Well, first of all, you have the LA hat on right now. So.
Yeah, I know. It's a bit embarrassing, isn't it?
That's 2 weeks in a row you've worn something American, eh?
And he's got the California. No, he's got the.
Is
that's
it?
right. You had the.
That's because
the basketball jersey or whatever.
That's because like 95% of my clothes have come from all my travels in the States.
Which is funny because all those clothes come from China.
Yeah. Oh well, I bought them in America, so all right.
I think that is a rule. I mean. It's weird because I honestly think it's the size of your camera that really matters. Like if you if you try to break it down and you get like smaller cameras and you just like walking around with this little guy, no one thinks anything of it. By the way, I put
Yeah.
little zip ties on my lenses so that.
There they are.
Nice. Do you have your camera handy, Ben, on?
I do, yeah.
Yeah,
One
I
second.
just want to show people what you get around in.
Yeah, it's let's just say it's a bit of a beacon. When you see him walking around with that thing on, with the light on,
Yeah, you would need to see permits.
everyone
Like,
just
you would-
turns.
I feel
Everyone
like
turns
you'd
and
be like,
looks.
Where's your
and-
permit for that?
Yeah, there it is. Look at that thing.
Mind you, this is set up for my night, my daily vlogs, which is happening at night time at the moment. But that's kind of cool. I'll flick the light on as well.
Look at that. It's so reminds
So
me.
that's my vlogging setup. Oops, hang on. You probably have to do it that way, right?
Yeah.
That's my setup for vlogging at the moment because I'm doing my daily vlogs at night. I've got a light on. Normally, I wouldn't have this. Probably should turn that down. See. I normally wouldn't have this set up here. I'd just have the microphone straight in. But I mean, that's not that unusual for vlogging. The way I see it with vlogging in public, I'll just put this down. I just don't give a shit what anyone thinks, to be completely frank. I never have. Like, my history as a child growing up as a skateboarder in the early 90s, skateboarders were frowned upon. They were the kind of like the outcasts of the society. That you weren't playing soccer or football. You weren't into cars. You were a weirdo. So I was always looked at as a weirdo anyway. So I guess I've just never really cared about what anyone thinks of me in public, and the vlogging is just an extension of that. I honestly don't really care what anyone around me has to say about it. And if they enjoy it, great. If they dislike it, then I'll just move away.
Oh, you know what?
It happened with
the
the Scooter Brad thing. Just walked away from that girl that had a dig at me. I just walked away from her. I don't care.
Well, the one thing I really hate about vlogging in public is that people will give you, they'll be annoyed about it. Like I've been with family and like I'm bringing the camera around. They're like, oh, that's so annoying. And like, why do you have to do this and that? And then when you make the video, they're like, that's the coolest thing ever. Like, it's like you can't see on the other side of it. Like they just can't see the big
Very
picture.
true.
But then when it happens, when the big
Very
picture
true.
happens, they're sharing it. They're like, this is so cool. Hey, can you make this video for me? Can you do this and that? It's like,
Yeah.
like why? Like why?
Yeah.
Where were you being? Why weren't you supportive from the beginning?
Yeah.
That's what. It's so hard.
Yeah, when I've traveled around and vlogged with friends before, in the States and stuff like that, my friend Tyler, shout out to Tyler, she was like extremely shy of the camera. It was like 40 something days. For the first 3 or 4 days, she was like super shy about it, didn't want to be near it, sort of thing. And then she'd watch them every night after I'd release them, and be like, I've got to be in the next one. We're like, well, it was helping me to find stuff to film. So yeah, it is pretty interesting. Yeah. Yeah,
I think if you're telling a story to camera, like eventually you're going to need to put that camera on you, and unless you have an assistant to film you, you're going to end up vlogging. That's the term. You're going to end up doing it. And if you're going to tell a story that's in public outside of your room or your house, you're going to have to do it. So I just say, if I can give any encouragement or any advice, I just say forget about anything except for the lens in front of you. Don't care. I mean, look where you're walking, but just don't care what people think. You'll get people behind you doing all kinds of weird shit, and just let it happen.
That's the best. Actually, I love it when vloggers will acknowledge those people behind them, like they'll zoom into it and be like, I think that's awesome. But I will also say, a lot of times I will unsubscribe or just like close it out when. Luckily on my Sony I don't have it, but on yours you have it. The flip out when you see them holding the camera and they're looking off to the side. That's
something I've had to stop myself from actually doing now because I shoot on a Canon 70D, which I might have behind me here, which has the fold out screen, just like that. I've actually stopped myself from using the fold out screen.
Don't use it. Just put it.
And I would just look
back
straight
in
at the lens.
Yeah.
And
if you don't flip it out, there's no chance you can look at it. So just don't flip it out. And
exactly.
It's just focus on the aperture in your lens, and you can never go wrong. It's a direct line straight into your audience, and
I'll just flip it out. I'll make sure that the shot looks good. Yeah, everything's in focus. It's not too dark. Flip it back. Talk into the camera.
Yeah, sure. Use it as a guide. It's a great idea.
Yeah, because Yeah, I mean, I'm not a master of. I still haven't mastered that camera at all in any sense of the fashion. So a lot of the time, I'll film something, look back on it, and go, "Oh man, that was horrible." Eh? Yeah. So yeah, I'm always mucking around with the settings and stuff as well. So
I've got a little question for you guys too. Are you mostly shooting automatic too?
Nah, I shoot all manual, except for focus. Focus is all automatic.
I shoot a lot automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm almost all automatic except for focus. I shoot manual focus.
Wow, Scott, say that again. Sorry, Scott, you shoot all automatic except for focus, and that's on manual.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Wow.
That's tricky.
Yeah.
That's really tricky.
I don't. This lens that I have is it's a Sigma lens, 10 to 20 mil. It has, when it's focusing, I'll see if I can get it now. It makes a really annoying clicking noise if I'm just trying to focus. I don't know if you can if it's coming up on camera, but it makes a really annoying clicking noise if I leave it on. Yeah, if I turn it off, it doesn't make that clicking noise. So I just make sure the shot's in focus, and then I just keep going with it. I'm 100% sure there probably is a way to fix that, but I don't know how.
Isn't that interesting? That's like the best thing about CreatorCast. We've got like 4 dudes that are doing things completely. That's the 100% the opposite of what I do. Like 100% the flip of it. Yeah,
it's just
cool.
I don't know. It keeps me on my toes as well, I guess. You can't be doing it all. I've actually find it really annoying to shoot in manual. I've shot a few videos in manual, and I find it that I'm more focusing on the stuff I shouldn't be. I like to focus on the shot and more of the story than what I'm always thinking. Yeah.
Switching to the manual thing. Okay, sorry, but Benon just made a video about microphones, and he told me that he recorded the whole thing, and he forgot to turn the audio on. How did that happen?
No. It actually wasn't that. I can show you what happened. It's probably a flaw in the GH5, to be honest.
It was a flaw.
Yeah. If you haven't seen the video I made about the Video Mic Pro Plus, go and watch it. But that's the second one I made. So the first one, what I did was I made the entire video as me talking about the microphone. And then I said, the only way to really show this microphone is to actually unplug it and let you hear what it sounds without it. And so when I unplugged it from here, it's now just recording audio straight into the camera, but it didn't. It didn't record a signal.
It doesn't switch it back to the internal microphone when
it didn't switch it back. Yeah. So what I found was the way to do it was to start with it off and make the piece about this is how this audio sounds without a good microphone. And now I've got the video microphone. And then when you plug it in, it actually picked up the audio off the mic. So that's how I kind of flipped it around. But it killed me because that first take was awesome. It wasn't manual settings. No, it was just the GH5 microphone input being what it is. I don't know. That's probably the way it works. Like the autofocus, it doesn't work.
Fair enough.
There you go. It's a great camera, but autofocus is absolute rubbish.
Yeah, I'm sure at some point we'll all do camera reviews because we all have different cameras. So, I mean, Jay, you shoot on an 80D, don't you? So
yeah, I shoot on an 80D, and everything is automatic. All I want to make sure of is it's in focus, and then I color grade and everything afterwards. But with my problem is sometimes like if I'm like I just did the new Apple Watch review, so you'll find that's live at the moment. But when I was doing that, I found that if I just set it up and I had it on automatic focus, it'd focus on the box, then it'd focus on me, and then it'd focus on a plant that's behind me. So it's really hard to set up a shot if you're at 2 meters away. It's because you'll have to go up, switch it to manual, and then by the time you get back, you're out of focus. So I'm still trying to figure out a way to do that. Like I've been thinking of getting like a little stick figure me with a face on it, and then I can focus on that, then take that away if I get into it. I don't know how to figure that one out yet.
That'll be in our merch store in a couple of years.
Exactly.
Can I get a full size one though?
Yeah. And Danny, what are you shooting on? Just to let everyone know.
Sony A6500.
Yeah, that's a
best one.
Sure,
the best
yeah.
one.
Can I just jump back into the full manual thing and versus auto in the shooting, not the focus. The only reason I shoot full manual is because I know that I want to keep like an aperture at 2.8 so that the background's a little bit blurry. I don't know what lenses do you guys use that maybe if you choose an auto setting, it might be going from 2.8 all the way through to f5, f7 or whatever. Like, do you guys not care about that sort of that vision changing, or you're not fussed, or?
No, not really.
I just hit record and it works. I never really.
shutter speeds as well? Like you guys aren't focused on shutter speeds being double your frame rate and.
I've got a setting on the 80D that it uses the wheel on the back. So if I can see that it needs more light, I just toggle that wheel. Light goes up, off I go. And that's pretty much.
Yeah, I've got the same thing as Jay.
Sorry, Jay. Does that change the aperture or the shutter speed?
I'm not sure.
It's the aperture.
I haven't gone into I know you're a photographer and you probably know this stuff more than me, but really, I just use that.
I'm probably looking at it from too much of a technical point of view, and for a vlogger, it probably isn't even all that. That's not that relevant.
For me,
the story's more relevant.
Yeah, for me, having an automatic camera with an automatic focus, if I can switch to manual and do time lapses, that's all I really look for. As long as I can shoot and I get a good quality out of it, I'm happy.
Yeah. Sorry, speaking about time lapses, I think we're going to talk about that later, but in a future episode. But I definitely shoot time lapses in manual, and we'll get to that later. But
yeah, same.
All right. Well, did we have any comments from our past videos that you guys want to talk about?
I saw a comment there from what was his name? I'm just looking at it now. Dan DeLeon. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong, Dan. He's just mentioned that we probably shouldn't do a vlog about Casey Neistat just because he's already got enough momentum. It's not a vlog. We shouldn't do a piece about Casey Neistat because it's he's already got enough momentum. But I was kind of thinking, well, if we did something on Casey Neistat, it would be more about like how what he does influences what we do, not what he's doing and how he does what he does. I don't know. That's just my thoughts.
We wouldn't be like worshiping him. It would just be like more of a breaking it down a little bit technically.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. There was one comment on there. I should probably look this up. Well, I had it here. It is by a guy called George Stavrakis. I'm probably saying that wrong. He gave us a whole bunch of topic ideas.
Sweet.
One of the topics being running multiple channels, which I could definitely jump into because at one point I was running multiple channels. So, so anyone leaving comments, please keep writing them because they're giving us more and more to talk about. And, we will reply to them, each and every one of them. It's great to see that everyone's getting on board. So, as I said before, we're on 48 subscribers or 49 subscribers. We're almost at 50. So, yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, keep sharing. I mean, we're getting there. This is still a teething process for us, as you can probably tell. But
and
it's
a shout out to the Happy Canadian as well because he keeps commenting, and I think that's really awesome.
He keeps commenting. Yeah, so everyone,
great guy.
Go check out the Happy Canadian. He's a small YouTuber that channels we're trying to reach out to, small YouTubers, and
we'll get to that in a future episode.
That's it, yeah.
And he's making content all the time too. He's so consistent with his uploads. You know, even though he's got a small audience, he's still consistent, which is probably the best piece of advice. You know, just do what you do and do it consistently, and he's doing that.
Yeah, there is a Facebook page. I think I can't remember. It might be small YouTubers or something like that. I saw someone post on there today saying, I think they're on about 28 subscribers, and in the last week they haven't moved from their sub base hasn't moved at all, and they were giving up basically. So it is. I mean, you just got to keep going, just keep pushing and keep grinding.
Yeah,
and we've all started from somewhere.
Now we're pushing hard.
Exactly.
We've all started from somewhere.
We'll get to that topic in a future episode too, just so you know.
Yeah, we're thinking of more topics as we go.
That's the one I'm hosting, and you're killing me right now.
Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop talking. All right. Well, any final thoughts, Jay?
All I want to do is try and get a lot more confidence out there. If the topic that we're talking about here is vlogging in public, get more confident, walking through big crowds of people. I think when you've got more people around you, your content's actually more interesting too. I just think I need to get more people around and not feel so embarrassed doing that kind of stuff because really, it's going to make better content for you, and who gives a crap who's behind you, really.
Exactly. So there's a vlogger that I watch. He lives in Las Vegas. I think his name's the Trooper97. If anyone's into poker, he plays poker. He is so natural in front of camera. He will walk out of a hotel, like literally start from the poker table, walk a K down the road, talking to the camera the entire time, and it makes it so enjoyable to watch. I
wonder if he's related to Ben.
Yeah. See a brother of mine that I don't know about.
It makes it
extremely
extremely enjoyable to watch. So How about you, Danny? Any final thoughts?
Not to change and get anywhere weird, but off of Vegas, you know, my heart is broken for the whole Vegas thing, like that. It's been on my mind all day. It's killing me. Like it sucks, especially being away from my home country, and like, you know, it's just a really bad situation. And there's not more I want to say about that specific thing. And then I just wanted to put it out there. And then to jump off that, I want to say, you know what I would really love to do, because we're talking about vlogging in public, is I want to challenge each of you guys, and maybe even people in the Creator Cast Nation. I want this week, if you can go out and vlog yourself saying something for about a minute in the most public place you can think of, and then post it on our Facebook Creator Cast group that I'm posting the link down below in the description. If you can, I'm going to post mine there. You guys post yours there, and we'll see if other people post it. But like, that'll be a great way to like really get yourself out of your comfort zone for vlogging in public.
That is a great idea. I like it. That's
Cool.
That will be a challenge.
But you have to say challenge accepted, though, if you guys are into it.
Challenge accepted.
Accepted.
Yes. All right. How about you, Benon? Any final thoughts?
I just think that if you're gonna, like I said earlier, if you're gonna be a vlogger, just grab it by the balls and be confident, and don't care what anyone thinks. Don't listen to anybody if they try to talk you out of it or talk you down. As long as you're not breaking the law, and like I said, breaking the law is different to breaking a rule. You're breaking a rule by filming on a train. You're not breaking a law. If you are comfortable doing that, then go for it, and you'll find yourself being way more confident in all aspects of your life. Man, that sounds like a load of bollocks, but it just go for it. Yeah, I should start up like a self-help motivational channel of my own.
Tony Robbins.
Yikes.
Yeah, vlog by the balls.
I love it.
Hey, I'm drinking the water tonight too. Jay's on the beer and Danny's on the wine. I'm drinking the water here.
Sure, that's water.
Yeah,
sure.
That's going to be on our first T-shirt too. So there you go.
Yes, what was it? What was the slogan?
I don't know. Grab it by the balls.
Vlog by the balls.
Vlog by the balls. Yeah.
Yeah. I can imagine your gives in their hands with balls in them.
Oh, jeez. Hey, Scott, how about you choose a host for next week and we wrap this one up?
Okay. Well, I think I'm definitely going to have to choose Jay, aren't I? There we go. All right. Well, that wraps up episode 6 of Creator Cast. That'll do us. Just remember, keep on creating, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Ooh, keep on creating. I like that. See ya.
Yeah, write that down.
Pass your net.